Real Estate Talk on Smart Talk 1580.
Okay, not quite sure what happened there. Tried to hit the music to play, but it didn't want to go. So, good morning, ladies and gentlemen. Welcome to Real Estate Talk. Oh, there it is. I guess a little computer delay helped us a little bit this morning. Okay, so again, I'm Dave Pautsch of RE/MAX Integrity. This is 1580 KGAL. We are live this Saturday morning, broadcasting from the Albany studios of KGAL K-Show Radio at the old library building in Silver Falls Dermatology, right here on 14th and Waverly in Albany. It is 10 o'clock now, so about an hour to lunch, and if you're hungry, here's a trick. Email Dave at kgal.com. Mention Taste on Us, and you will be eligible. The first person to email Dave this hour will be getting a $10 Quiznos gift card. That's the first person to email Dave at kgal.com, mention Taste on Us, and that is for the Albany Quiznos store. I love the traditional. I love the Italian. Love Quiznos. Okay, so today I wanted to talk a little bit about selling your home. And kind of the impetus behind that, I've been seeing a lot of posts on Facebook from some of my comrades in real estate. And frankly, I've posted it myself, saying that now there are some really amazing opportunities for sellers. Inventory is so low. If you follow the statistics from week to week, if you're a regular listener, you've heard me say that so many times, that inventory is really low, which presents a great opportunity for sellers. But if you've been listening to this show long enough, you also know that the market can say it's a great thing, but it still has to be a great thing for you. It has to be your best opportunity. So we're going to talk a little bit about that today. Before we do that, though, let's do the real estate showcase. Got a couple of homes for you today. The first one, 3357 Alexander Lane. If you are looking for small acreage, this home has it. It is a 0.98 acre home site. It is located in Millersburg off Alexander Lane, not too far off of Old Salem Road. It's a 1,568 square foot manufactured home, 3 bedrooms, 2 bath. The manufactured home is generally in very good condition inside. Recent interior painting, a lot of maintenance was done. It's just a nice home. It's very comfortable. Nice floor plan, the appliances, the kitchen, all in very good shape. Now, the siding does have some issues, but the seller will do those necessary repairs to bring it up to standards with an acceptable offer. Or if you are a cash buyer, buy it as is, do those repairs yourself the way you want to do, and we'll negotiate on the price with you. Now, the real selling point for this property is the property itself and the shop. It's like a 40 by 30 pole barn concrete floor. There's also a loft area built into it. Big 16-foot doors, I think. They're sliding doors. Great place to park your RV. You can put a little tractor in there. Great workspace. Lots of options with this shop. And I know so many buyers are looking for small acreage with a shop. This is it. Now, speaking of RVs, there's also an RV disposal area. And a really cool thing about this house, it is the coolest well house that I have ever seen. And it's a real hidden perk. Inside the well house, which is actually a big building, I think it's like 16 by 20, maybe, there's a hidden perk. And that's the workbench, as well as with a sink, as well as a shower and, shall we say, restroom facilities. So, Dad could be out there working for hours undisturbed. Great property located in Millersburg. Nice home ready for a new owner with some imagination. $169,900. That's 3357 Alexander Lane in Millersburg. My next listing, this is listed by my partner on the foundation team, Bill Roshko, 33927 Fox Drive Northeast in Albany. The MLS is 660129, and the asking price is $339,000. This is just under 6 acres, 5.99 acres of usable land in northeast Albany. 2,100 plus square feet of impeccably cared for home with beautiful views of the coastal range and your own pond and creek. The home includes 3 bedrooms, 2.5 bathrooms, a 2-car attached garage, and a 1-car carport. There's a partially finished basement. That's where that plus square footage comes in. It includes a family room and possibly a 4th bedroom. There's There's also a mudroom with a workbench, a large utility room, and a large 48 by 24 shop currently used for woodworking, all hooked up with 220-volt AC power. And again, that address is 33927 Fox Drive Northeast in Albany. The MLS is 660129, and the asking price, $339,000. My final listing today is, well, it's a pocket listing. We've talked about pocket listings before here on the show. It's not in the multiple listing service yet. It's actually not listed yet, and I will, in full disclosure, tell you it is my property. I actually own this. It is a renovation project that I partnered with Curb Appeal Pros to do a rehab on this home, and it's almost done. It's like probably a week, maybe week and a half from being totally completed, and we'll be getting it back on the market. And I wanted to share it with you first. So let me tell you. It is a corner lot, 0.3 acres in North Albany, not too far from Spring Hill Drive. It is just under 2,000 square feet when you add it all up. It's kind of a two-story house, it's built on a hill. So you've got the upper level of the house, which is about 1,136, I think, square feet. Upstairs, you walk in, there's a very nice living room, 2 bedrooms, including the master bedroom with a small master bath and a big regular bath. The kitchen, the living room has a real live fireplace, wood-burning fireplace. Walk back into the kitchen. This is an absolutely gorgeous kitchen. Granite counters, I believe it's cherry cabinetry, tile floors, stainless steel appliances, including a side-by-side refrigerator. And then there's a dining area. There's a wrap around the back of the house. There's a wraparound porch that goes around. So a great area to sit and enjoy the views over your 0.3 acre home site. Downstairs, and this was a big remodeling project, was to make these stairs a lot more comfortable. They were really, really steep before. But if you go downstairs, the laundry area is downstairs, as well as another one-car garage. There's a one-car garage both on the upper level and the lower level. The one-car garage on the lower level does have a little shop area beside it as well. Also downstairs, a really nice big family media entertainment kind of a room, and another bedroom and a half bath. So again, all totaled about 2,000 square feet, and this home has been totally, completely renovated and updated. Let me give you a very quick list of the things that we did. New roof. New vinyl windows all the way around. We expanded the egress to one of the downstairs windows to make it actually a legal by code bedroom. We complete paint inside and out. Moved a wall around to make those steps a little bit more user-friendly. Rerouted some heating ductwork as well. It does have gas forced air furnace. We completely remodeled the bathroom. The bathrooms the upstairs bathrooms both have the same cabinetry that's in the kitchen with those same beautiful granite countertops. In the kitchen, totally gutted, totally redone, all new cabinetry, all new countertops, all new appliances. We moved a wall out to expand the dining area. This is just a totally beautiful home now, located in a great established North Albany, Benton County, but it's northeast actually, neighborhood. Just a wonderful piece of property. It's going to be on sale. Probably list price is going to be between $240,000 and $250,000. If this sounds like something you might be interested in, give me a call. I will put you in touch with an agent who will represent just you, or if you have your own agent, have your agent get in touch with me. I can't represent buyers on this property. It's not my policy anyway, but because I own this property, I can't do that. But it's absolutely beautiful. We're going to be doing a sneak preview for some of the neighbors next week, and expect to see it on the market the very beginning part of February. So I'm looking forward to that. Okay, well, we need to take a break, and when we come back, we're going to talk about selling your home, and is there an opportunity there for you? I'm Dave Pautsch of RE/MAX Integrity, and this is Real Estate Talk.
Corvallis Independent Business Alliance encourages you to support your community.
Family-owned and operated Footwise in downtown Corvallis has been the biggest Birkenstock store in Oregon for almost 3 decades. They offer a huge variety of comfort footwear like Keen, Dansko, Clarks, and more. Stop in today and enjoy the excellent customer service from a knowledgeable and friendly staff. Stay in touch with Footwise on Facebook.
Animal Crackers Pet Supply has the highest quality pet foods and supplies for dogs, cats, birds, and small animals. Animal Crackers Pet Supply is a pet nutrition specialist and the official satellite Satellite Adoption Center for Heartland Humane Society. Locally owned since 1994. Log on to AnimalCrackersPetSupply.com.
Special occasions, parties, and events locally owned since 1986 for weddings, banquets, birthdays, reunions, and corporate events. Special Occasions offers a wide variety of party rental and retail supplies for any event, large or small. Online at onestoppartyshop.net. Call now, 541-752-7255, 1435 Northwest 9th Street in Corvallis.
Thank you for supporting locally owned independent businesses.
Albany Burgerville is celebrating over 50 years of serving customers fresh, great-tasting food with a mission to serve with love. Now featuring the Ham Havarti Sandwich, all-natural Diamond Ranch ham layered with melted Havarti cheese, fresh slice of tomato on a toasted hoagie roll, complemented with a seasoned tradition chocolate hazelnut milkshake. Pick up an Albany Burgerville rewards card now. Cash for every dollar spent. Albany Burgerville is celebrating over 50 years of serving customers fresh, great-tasting food with a mission to serve with love. Albany Burgerville, fresh, local, sustainable.
Are your teeth loose from gum disease? Are you headed for dentures? Did you know inflammation of infected gums could contribute to diabetes and heart disease? Now there's great news from Dr. Dennis Clark. Dr. Clark's skillful use of laser periodontal therapy will dramatically help hundreds of Mid-Valley patients. Bleeding gums heal, loose teeth tighten, the bone even grows back. Results that amaze Candy Lugo of Lebanon.
I had a problem with my two front teeth. I had a really bad cavity in the front. It was really bad. I was really embarrassed to smile and came in and he said, "We can fix you up. You can change your whole world around. You did it for me. You do it for anybody."
Simply put, gently applied laser light removes bacteria and diseased tissue, which means less inflammation and a fast, comfortable return to firmer teeth than a normal routine. For a free consultation about the no-cut, no-sew, no-fear solution for gum disease, call the laser dentist. Dr. Dennis Clark in Lebanon at 451-1440. That's 451-1440.
Pets, you gotta love them. And so does Animal Crackers Pet Supply. You can see that in their staff. You can see that in their support of the Heartland Humane Society. They own pets, they love pets, and at Animal Crackers Pet Supply, they know their stuff when it comes to the care and training of pets. That's why, if you own a pet, Animal Crackers is such a nice place to stop. They're local, they have all the necessities and treats you're looking for, and they love pets. Animal Crackers Pet Supply, 949 Northwest Kings Boulevard, Corvallis.
Want to really know more? Just point, click, and learn from the Mid-Valley's best website, KGAL.com.
Welcome back to Real Estate Talk. I'm your host, Dave Pautsch of RE/MAX Integrity. Real Estate Talk is your only resource for local radio for real estate information right here in the Mid-Willamette Valley, and we are always here, like today, on Saturdays. We spend a little bit of time each month on Thursdays in the Valley Talk time slot, but regardless, if you've missed a show, if you're looking for information about real estate market trends, I got two resources for you. The first is KGAL.com. Click on the link for Real Estate Talk. As a matter of fact, Adam from Santiam Communications has been posting the real estate market statistics for me each and every week. I typically send them to him probably 8:30 in the morning. And by the time I've gotten in here almost every week, he has them posted to the website and updated. Doing a fantastic job, Adam. I really appreciate your help and your support. You can also find past shows there. If you go to the front page, I think last week's show is already posted, the audio from that file. They're also on our Real Estate Talk fan page on Facebook. I post them there for you again each week. Speaking of Facebook, and again, when I started out the show, I said that I've been seeing a lot of posts from some of my fellow agents, and I have posted myself on my foundation team Facebook page that inventory's down and that there is really an opportunity to sell your home right now. But that leads, as always, to a series of if statements, if being the biggest word in the English language. Now is a good time to consider selling your home if you can reasonably list and sell it at the price point where it will actually sell. Now is a good time to sell your home if you are in one of those price categories where the market in your specific area is moving. Now is a good time to sell your home if it's going to be in the category of well-conditioned, well-located, and or well-priced homes. Now, these points are all different, but the common thread does have to do with price. About a year ago, I coined a phrase, maybe it was a little bit more, a little bit less, the magic number. And the magic number is the price at which any individual home is going to sell. That magic number is specific to that home and that market. And it is a moving target. The longer the house stays on the market, the more that magic number can change. Now, the concept of the magic number is going to exist in each and every market and in each and every geographic area. So your job as a seller and my job as your real estate professional is to help you identify that magic number for your home in the market that we have. And once you have an idea of that magic number, a range, you can clearly see the opportunities available to you to list and sell your home. Now, at the end of each show, I do a market update, and I go over the median sale prices, days on the market, dollar per square foot averages, but I don't specifically review the months of inventory statistics each and every week, but I do post them as part of that statistics package to the Facebook page. These, to me, are some of the most interesting numbers for sellers. A friend of mine once used the phrase a couple of weeks ago, you have to fish in the pond where the fish are. Meaning that you have to price your home in that price pocket where the buyers are actually buying homes. If you're above or below that threshold, you're missing your best opportunity in many cases. And now I break down pricing to be consistent each week at under $100,000, $100,000 to $150,000, $150,000 to $200,000, $200,000 to $250,000, $250,000 to $300,000, and above $300,000. This breakdown may not provide you the window into your actual opportunity, and I would encourage you to work with your real estate professional to be precise in these numbers for your home and your neighborhood. But for the purposes of our discussion today, my breakdown, it's generic, and I would encourage you as a potential seller to work with your agent to define those numbers based on internet search engines that are most popular. I've often cited in the past Realtor.com, Zillow, Trulia, and of course Remax.com. And all of those sites at one point or another used pull-down menus with prices set in them. So you couldn't look for a home unless you were looking in the windows that they prescribed. Well, they've redesigned their sites in all of those cases, and now you can actually type in whatever price you want manually. However, if you're looking in, for example, the Willamette Valley multiple listing site, their public search engine still has those prices in a pull-down menu in $25,000 increments. Most of the individual agent or local company websites take those MLS feeds, and therefore they also have those categories and those increments. So even though the major search engines may have shifted to allow more freedom in buyers searching, wouldn't you agree that it's true that buyers still think in those increments? No buyer out there sets a maximum price of $132,347, do they? No. We all think in terms of round numbers, 100,000, 125, 150 in terms of our max prices. Remember also that these price ranges are specific to your market. Buyers in Albany and Lebanon may be focused on most affordable homes, say under $150,000 or $200,000. Well, in Corvallis, the definition of affordable may be up to $300,000. And in New York City, it might be up to $950,000. Remember also, buyers tend to look slightly above their price range, believing quite rationally there's room for negotiations to get a house that they might consider overpriced into their price range. Now, in the market that we've had for the past 5 years, not a bad strategy. Prices were going down. In our market today, it may not be as effective for buyers because prices on the whole are not going down, but generally holding steady. When you look back to 2012 as compared to 2013, we will be able to say, I think, that we hit the bottom. And we are now in a rising market. I think personally, June or July last year was the bottom. Here's another concept for sellers with regard to pricing. You need to be ahead of the market. You have to lead the market to take advantage of it. In a declining market, say as we were from 2005 to 2012, your best pricing strategy was to get your market analysis from your agent and then price your home about 1% or 2 or 3 below that price point. Too many sellers followed the market down and lost more money than they should have. If your agent, for example, recommended $200,000 as a list price and you said, well, I want to price it a little bit high, we'll go to $205,000. Instead of going to $199,000, You probably reduced your price to $199 at some point, about 45 or 50 days later, and the market slid, and then there was a new magic number. So $195 might have been it. And then you go a little bit further into the market, and there's no showings, and you drop the price to $190, and the market continues to decline, and now it's $185. So to some extent, I may be exaggerating for the purposes of this example, but the underlying truth was that if the seller had priced at $199.9 on day one, it might have sold quickly, and it may have sold at $199 or $195 instead of 6 or 8 months or a year later at $185. In a rising market like we had in the early part of this century, from 2001 to 2007, you could actually price your home 3 to 4% above the market. Buyers were looking there. The market was going up. And in today's market, well, we're just getting off the bottom, and we're seeing prices being fairly steady. Slightly rising, but you have to price consistent with the market today. Buyers are still unaware of the shift in the market. They still think they have control. Appraisals are still holding prices flat because it takes some time to catch up. So we're not in a raging seller's market yet, and pricing remains the key. Now, back to the point from which I strayed to wrap up this segment. Is now a good time for you to consider selling your home? Can you price your home at the number, or at least in the category, in the pond where those fish are fishing, where it will actually sell? If so, we'll continue this discussion, and we'll talk about some other keys to getting a sold sign in your front yard. Let's take a break. I'm Dave Pautsch of RE/MAX Integrity, and this is Real Estate Talk.
Fisher Funeral Home has been the trusted name in funeral services since 1912. Many have asked about cremation services. And yes, Fisher provides cremation options with the same compassionate, dignified service as they always have with traditional burial services. Cremation is not a part of their name, but cremation is one of the many choices you have when you work with a full-service funeral home like Fisher. Cremation can be done simply and with dignity, or patterned more as a traditional service with viewing and a funeral service followed by cremation. Fisher Funeral Home is trained to help you plan the memorial that pays tribute to a life well lived. Whether your choice is cremation or burial, see them to discuss your options. Fisher staff will give you the information you need to make decisions on your terms at your pace. Fisher Funeral Home in downtown Albany, the trusted name in funeral services for the Mid-Valley since 1912.
Going out to lunch at a nice restaurant can be expensive, and the big portions put you more in the mood for a nap than a productive afternoon. Mama's Fine Italian to the rescue. The small appetite senior menu is just right. Anyone and everyone is invited to order from the Light Appetites menu for lunch from 11 to 4 p.m. with tasty entrees beginning at only $3.95. Why go hungry or go anywhere else for lunch? Eat healthy, eat light at Mama's. Closed Sunday and Monday, so make the most of Tuesday through Friday and join your friends at Mama's for lunch. Dinner only on Saturday. Mama's features charbroiled steaks every day. Make reservations for dinner or pick up a bottle of fine wine. Seating is limited, so please call for reservations. 541-451-5050. That's 451-5050. Mama's Fine Italian and Wine Shop on West Oak between Main and 2nd in Lebanon, across from the Big Blue Napa Auto Parts building.
Give your home and pocketbook the gift of energy efficiency. Take advantage of the many energy efficiency rebates from Consumers Power. From energy-efficient clothes washers to replacing windows, they'll increase the efficiency and comfort of your home. CPI offers this winter heating reminder. Change furnace filters regularly to keep your home's heating system running at its peak performance. Call Consumers Power today about requirements for its energy efficiency rebates, or learn more at cpi.coop.
Volunteer with Build Lebanon Trails and the Lebanon Trails Committee on Saturday, February 9th from 9 a.m. to noon. We will be working on a future trail couplet connecting the medical college with the South Santiam River.
Bring work gloves, sturdy footwear, and tools for clearing brush. Prepare to have fun and get your hands dirty while improving the scenic Waterside Trail.
Work starts on Industrial Way near the LBCC Lebanon campus.
For more info, find BLT on Facebook and at buildlebanontrails.com. This message made possible by Consumers Power.
Smart, local, connected.
Valley Talk, weekday mornings on News Talk 1580 KGAL.
Welcome back to Real Estate Talk. I'm Dave Pautsch of RE/MAX Integrity. We're talking today about selling your home, and is there an opportunity for you? In the previous segment, we asked the question as to whether or not this was a great time for you to sell your home. The first part of the answer is whether or not you can price your home at a price point in which it will actually sell. Now, before we move on, let me give you some insights into where those opportunities in our market might actually be. We'll start in Lebanon. If you are priced under $150,000 in Lebanon, you are competing with only 34 homes. Now, that's half of the market. That's half of the total active listings. There's only 66 homes active on the market in Lebanon right now. However, of those 34 homes, keep in mind, 34 homes sold in the last 90 days. The months of inventory statistic that I use, it's derived this way. You take the number of homes sold in the past period. In this case, I use 90 days. Other people may use 180 days. You make that a sales per month number. So it's 3 months of data. I divide by 3. So on average, a little over 11 homes are selling every month in that price category. Then I take the number of active listings in the category, in this case 34, divide that by my a little over 11, which is the number of homes selling every month, and we have essentially an equilibrium position. 3 months of inventory is available. That, my friends, is a screaming good number. If you're looking to sell a home in Lebanon that should reasonably actually be priced in that under $150,000 category, you can price it and sell it at that number. There's a great opportunity for you. Matter of fact, if you don't already have an agent, call me. I want to list your house. It's a screaming market in Lebanon in that price category. So let's take a step to the next category, $150,000 to $199,999. These numbers change slightly. There's a total of 10 homes sold in the last 3 months, or about 3.3 per month. You'll see that you're currently in competition with 17 other homes in that price range. So that gives you a little bit over 5 months of inventory. Still a good opportunity. Remember, less than 6 months is where that neutral number is. If I had a home that was on the threshold, or should be on the threshold, between, say, 145 and 155, I would tell you that your best opportunity to sell, price it at $149,900, assuming that that was consistent with the condition of the property and the neighborhood, etc. But you see my point. Being in that category, pricing it across the category puts you into a different pond, and you need to fish in the pond where the fish are. To be clear, the fish in this case are the buyers, okay? So staying in Lebanon, let's look at the next category up, $200,000 to $250,000. 9 active listings. In the last 90 days, 0 have sold. In fact, it's actually only 6 homes in the last year and only 16 homes in the last 2 years. Okay, this is not a moving category. This category, $200,000 to $250,000 in Lebanon, represents what I would think of as a hole in the market or a dead spot in the market. Over $250,000, only 3 active listings, only 1 sale in the previous 90 days, and above $300,000, zip, 0, nada. Nothing. 3 active listings, no sales. As a matter of fact, there have been 22 sales since 2006 in that price category, and only 1 since 2011. Remember, I am only talking about residential listings. I am not talking about the rural residential listings, acreage properties outside of Lebanon that have a Lebanon address. There have been lots of sales in these price categories. I'm talking about in-town, residential only, less than an acre kind of homes. Okay, just to be clear. There is 0 opportunity if you think you need to sell above $300,000. 0 opportunity. So what about Albany? Well, in fact, under $150,000 is a good category. 79 active listings, 53 sales in the last 90 days, 4.47 months of inventory. But in fact, the fastest moving price category in Albany is between 150 and 200. Only 3.22 months of inventory. There are 58 listings and 54 sales since the end of October. it gives me goosebumps when I see numbers that are that close to equal between the active listings and the sales. That's a great number. That's a great opportunity. Similarly, in Albany, between $200,000 and $250,000, there's only 4.43 months of inventory. So breaking it down for you, my sellers, if you are at or near one of these thresholds, your opportunities are very close to static. You may want to work with your agent to bring some additional factors in to determine where you should be. Now, remember, my statistics are broad brushes of the market. If I were selling today, and ladies and gentlemen, this is true for everybody out there. I'm just giving you an example of what to look for. You may want to look at it from a different perspective and ask your agent. But if I were selling today, I'd want to know what is the months of inventory for houses like mine. If you have a 4-bedroom house, is that different than a 3-bedroom house months of inventory? Break it down by different characteristics. That can be very, very helpful as long as the characteristics that you're using are the same discriminators that the buyers use. Okay, I very briefly want to go over the numbers in Corvallis as well. The bottom line is that with only 2.97 months of inventory in the entire Corvallis market, the worst price category is pricing above $300,000, where there's only 5.5 months of inventory. Oh, my. There is opportunity all over the place. In fact, under $150,000 in Corvallis, there is zero inventory. Literally zero, not a single active listing. What I find really interesting is that despite this crazy low inventory, we're not seeing a dramatic change in pricing. The median sale price in June 2012 was $259,000 in Corvallis. Today, $237,950. The average dollar per square foot value in June was $149.68. That is up a little. It's $156.70 today. So up a little bit, but not dramatically. I think this supports my point earlier about the slow rise in prices, but it's coming. Trust me on this. The bottom line, though, if you have a home in Corvallis and you are looking to sell, if you put it in good condition and you price it correctly, ladies and gentlemen, I promise it is going to sell. That's just the way it is. And that leads us to our final piece of the puzzle, which is back to that, is it the right time for you to sell? So let's dig into that for just a couple of minutes here. We spent the majority of the show talking about price. Now, let's talk about your needs. Examine the question, if you can, why do you want to or need to sell your home? Generally speaking, the answer is going to fall into a couple of very simple categories. One, you need to find a different house, whether that's upsizing or downsizing to meet the needs of your changing or growing family or your physical needs. Somebody wants to go from a 2-story to a single-story. Maybe you want a different lifestyle, move to acreage. It doesn't really matter. You have a desire, a want, maybe a need to change homes. Category 1. Category 2, relocation. This is really a big driver of home sales, especially with this changing economy. A lot of people are relocating for jobs. Not much to say about it, except it's often one of the reasons for distressed sales over the past few years, because people were put in the position of having to sell their homes, even though the market said, no, not right now, to support the pricing strategy that was required to sell the house. Now, the final fairly broad category, maybe a little sensitive, but it has to do with parents maybe who have passed away or gone into a managed care facility, or the family or the estate is now selling the home. So changing lifestyles or personal wants, is driving you to change homes, job relocation, changing homes, wanting to sell your home, or again, maybe it's a family property that needs to be sold. So each of these broad characteristics or categories has different dynamics that you have to pay attention to. So for the seller who is also a buyer, it's often complicated and may require some mathematical gymnastics and management of your time frames to figure out how to proceed and take advantage of the opportunities. You are dealing with selling your home and then making sure that you have sufficient financial ability to buy what is next. And that's challenging. You have to manage that balance between the selling market and selling where you are selling at the bottom with an opportunity to buy at the bottom. So there's some give and there's some take, and you have to balance those numbers. You are paying attention to the dynamics in maybe two different price categories. Very often, if you're moving up, you might be selling in the under 150 and buying in the 200 to 250. You're very likely looking at two different categories of homes. Most of my sellers who are buyers, not most, but a lot of them are looking for acreage properties. They're looking to move up to a nicer, larger home with more bedrooms or a different neighborhood. Now, the dynamics of the second category, relocation. Sometimes you have that added dimension of maybe your employer is supporting your home sale. Perhaps they're backstopping a loss that you may be taking. Lots of difficulties in relocation have to do with the desperation that often comes with it. And sometimes relocation means you are not a typically motivated seller. And you need to sell, vice you want to sell. So you've got to take those dynamics into account as well, and that's going to affect your pricing strategy and a lot of other things. The final category, and this is for the family or the estate sale or maybe another family member home, it's becoming more and more common. In many cases, these homes are free and clear because mom and dad have lived in them for 30 plus years. That may give you some flexibility, but it's also often complicated if there are Medicaid or Medicare or other liens or judgments that may be against the property, and you want to contact a good tax attorney or a good probate attorney to make sure you're working through those issues and know what you're getting into. The other problem typically with homes in this category when you're selling, there's very, very often they're dated. When you have an older couple, like my in-laws, for example, are in their 80s, they haven't necessarily done a lot of updating to their home over the years. They haven't brought it up to the new market standards. So by definition, the kitchens and the carpet and the paint choices are very often going to be considered dated by the current market. Often as well, and more importantly and more expensive, is the amount of deferred maintenance that often, not always, but often exists. And adding to that is a lack of cash on the part of the people now selling the home to do those updates or to catch up on that maintenance to put it into a marketable condition up front. So each of these broad categories comes with their own complications. And again, I strongly recommend you find a real estate professional that you like and trust to work through these issues and find the best road ahead for you in your individual case. As an advisor to many of my clients, I also recommend they may not want to sell. Sometimes, baby, when life throws you lemons, become a landlord. I have a client right now who's selling a home. They also have an investment property that is not paying for itself. It is, in fact, a little bit short on equity as well. I suggested to them that selling the investment property at this point in this market, probably not the best financial move for them. They were at the end of the contract with their renter. They were in a position to be able to raise the rent perhaps, or maybe try to improve the cash flow, maybe even move back into it. But the market really was not necessarily showing them that this was the best time to sell. The response from that particular client was, yeah, I know, but I really just want to be done with it. So your personal plans, your financial situation, your goals, all important considerations as well. Now, regardless of what category you're in, I'm going back to the idea of the pricing opportunity. Fishing in the pond where the fish are is paramount. Secondly, having a product that those fish want, that bait, the right bait for the fish you're trying to catch. That means curb appeal, updating, staging, preparing the house to sell, and if you can't, price it consistent with the condition. For sellers of estates, as I mentioned earlier, deferred maintenance, outdated, you may want to work with a contractor who will take payment at closing out of the proceeds of sale. In some cases, that means waiting until you have a purchase contract in place to actually do the work. That's going to impact your price, but you can deal with that. As a matter of fact, I'm working a case right now where the seller has gotten bids for repairs. We've priced the property consistent with the repairs being done. We've advertised that the seller will do them with an otherwise acceptable offer. So in other cases, pricing as is can be your best strategy, and the final money in your pocket or the pocket of the estate very likely to be the same. You might get more money if you update, but getting reimbursements from an estate is often really, really tricky, and you should be talking that over with your accountant and your attorney before making some of those decisions. Okay, we're going to take a quick break. When we come back, it'll be time for a wrap-up. This is Real Estate Talk on KGAL.
You've taken every precaution against a home fire. But is your home protected by a First Alert security system from Security Alarm Corporation? In the case of a fire, your First Alert security system will contact emergency services at the same time you're rushing family to safety. For just pennies a day, a First Alert security system from Security Alarm Corporation can protect your home and family from a fire or burglary 24 hours a day. The easiest to use and most powerful security system you can buy is a First Alert security system. For a free First Alert security survey, call 800-736-4544 or visit Security Alarm Corporation's website at www.sac.to for a no-obligation security survey. Call 1-800-736-4544 now. Security Alarm Corporation, your locally owned and operated authorized First Alert professional security systems dealer, serving the Willamette Valley since 1973. First Alert Security System, peace of mind since 1952.
Attention senior citizens. Are you confused with all the information you've been getting about the new prescription drug benefits and health plans? Take all the confusion out of the whole situation by making one simple phone call to the Swanson Agency. The Swanson Agency has specialized in health plans for seniors for 20 years now, and as an independent agency, they represent nearly every plan that's available out there. By answering just a few questions about which prescription drugs you currently take and what your current health plan is, the folks at the Swanson Agency are able to explain which plan is best for you. They can get you enrolled and maybe even save you some money in the process. It's easy. Go ahead, make that phone call to the Swanson Agency, 757-7166. There's no obligation. That's the Swanson Agency. They're in Corvallis, 757-7166. It's easy. Go ahead, make that phone call to the Swanson Agency, 757-7166. The Swanson Agency, 757-7166.
Volcanoes Baseball is where Giants' dreams begin as they celebrate their 17th season on opening night, Friday, June 14th, and you're invited to be there to join the fun and festive event as tickets are on sale now. Tickets for opening night, Father's Day, the Patriotic Independence Day games, 8 post-game fireworks nights are all on sale now. How about a 5-game ticket plan? It includes the opening night game and has 2 nights featuring post-game fireworks. Get your tickets now by calling 503-390-2225 or visit the Stadium Pro Shop featuring baseball hats and balls from every major league team and great memorabilia from the Giants' 2010 and 2012 World Series championships. Best sellers include Volcanoes tickets, jackets, sweatshirts, men's and women's t-shirts, golf shirts, caps, baseball cards, and collectibles. Your Salem Kaiser Volcanoes, proud affiliates of the 2012 World Series championship San Francisco Giants. Whether it's season tickets or a 5 or 10 game ticket plan or tickets for individual games, Volcanoes Baseball. Fun, well done.
Hear the truth and only the truth from your cultural crusader, Michael Medved, on News Talk 1580 KGAL.
Welcome back to Real Estate Talk. Okay, we're talking about selling your home. We're talking about the opportunities in the market. I want to tell 3 quick anecdotes. Actually, it's one anecdote about 3 different properties. I listed a home in Spring Meadow right before Christmas. Beautiful home, 4 bedrooms, 2.5 bath, 2,780 square feet. Already under contract. Just put it under contract this week. I listed another home about 2 weeks ago in Lebanon in the $135,000 price point. Within a week of having it on the market, I showed it, and we have another agent who wrote an offer, accepted offer in place. I listed a small piece of property, just about an acre, and we had it on the market a week. And again, it's not in contract yet, but we got an offer on it yesterday. So when you price your home correctly, right now there are lots of buyers out there looking. Most of my real estate agent friends within the company at RE/MAX, our office at RE/MAX, both in Albany and Corvallis, our biggest complaint, most often heard complaint, there's no inventory out there. We've got buyers who are looking for properties and we can't find what's on the market. So if you are considering selling your home, I just really want to take this time to urge you to look and see if there is now an opportunity for you to do that. Call a real estate professional that you like and trust. If you are not working with somebody else, if you don't have a real estate professional that you like and trust, call me. Contact me here at Real Estate Talk. I would be happy to do a market analysis for you, help you identify if there is an opportunity, and I'll do that with no obligation. I just want to be here to help you to provide information and help you make a good decision. Now, if you like what I tell you, if you like the what I bring to the table, I would love to be on your team. That's what I do. I just do this radio show as kind of a sideline. That's my job. That's how I make my living. But again, if all you want is information, contact me here at Real Estate Talk. I'm happy to help you get that information and make that decision. But again, there are some amazing opportunities in our market today for people who are thinking of selling. And this opportunity is, I think it's going to last probably, I'm thinking we're going to see a housing boom that goes for about 18 months at this point. Because at some point, inventory will start to increase. First of all, sellers will start seeing the opportunity and putting their homes on the market. Secondly, and more importantly, a lot of the developers and the builders in the area who have dirt that is sitting are going to see they have an opportunity to start creating inventory. So for the savvy real estate person out there, those are the things you should pay attention to. Pay attention to the inventory numbers, because the buyer numbers everyone expects are going to do nothing but continue to grow. So look for the opportunities where you can find them, see, identify which price point you're in, watch those numbers, and you can do that at the Real Estate Talk Facebook fan page, facebook.com/Real Estate Talk on KGAL. Okay, we're going to take our last break, and we come back. It'll be time for today's, you know what, I got about 30 seconds before I go. I want to give you guys a resource, and this isn't necessarily just for sellers. This is for buyers as well. But I found this website. It is the City of Albany Info Hub. And if you are doing property research, whether you want to research your property or a property that you are looking at potentially purchasing within Albany, okay, simple website, infohub.cityofalbany.net/InfoHub. Okay? InfoHub twice, once at the beginning, once at the end. All you got to do is put the address in, and you can get information about availability of city water, city sewer, the floodplains, where there are railroads, what the zoning is. If you're looking at a home that maybe has been on the market that's a renovation, and you want to find out if there were permits pulled to do that renovation, InfoHub, there is a little place there where you can look at planning, what permits have been pulled, what the status of those permits are. You can look at the tax information about the property. It is a great little resource. Again, it's infohub.cityofalbany.net/InfoHub. Test it out. Let me know what you think. We're going to take a break. We come back. It'll be time for the market update. This is Real Estate Talk on KGAL.
When you are faced with choosing a skilled nursing or rehabilitation care facility, why not choose a winning team with experience? Timberview Care Center is a Bronze 2012 National Quality Award winner because of the values they demonstrate on a regular basis. Respect, integrity, commitment, and trust. You can see it, you can experience it every day at Timberview. Call 541-926-8664 to set up a tour to view the quality care guided by a compassionate heart. That's Timberview Care Center across from Samaritan Albany Hospital.
It's all happening in downtown Albany.
Where do you go downtown if you want a good cup of coffee, tasty sandwiches, fresh soup and salads, desserts, and of course a good bottle of wine? The Wine Depot at the Two Rivers Market. Catering to large or small companies available too at the Wine Depot, 967-9499.
Your source for premium pet food and supplies is Cool's Feed and Pet Supply. Their stock of wild bird food and feeders, as well as premium Douglas fir wood pellets, is excellent. Cool's is at 760 Southeast 2nd next to the railroad tracks, where they care for your pets as much as you do.
The mission of Now Builders is treat every job like it's their only job, no matter how big or small, and they don't stop until their customer is 100% satisfied 100% of the time. Check out their portfolio of fine work at nowbuilders.com. Call Now Builders at 926-2858.
It's all happening in downtown Albany.
Attention cold sore sufferers. Do you have a cold sore right now? Did you treat it in time, or are you left with a painful, unsightly cold sore that could take weeks to heal? Not anymore. Introducing SymQuel, the revolutionary new immune support supplement that uses patented technology to fight your outbreaks before they happen, and all without a prescription. And for the first time, SymQuel is being offered direct to you through this special radio offer. Call now, 1-800-476-4306, or go to simquell.com to receive a risk-free bottle. Use SymQuel when you feel that initial tingle of an outbreak. And if you're not satisfied with the results, return it and you won't pay. SymQuel works using a triple-action formula that deprives the virus of nutrients, thus stopping its growth, all while boosting your natural immune system. Experience the power of SymQuel and gain control over your cold sores. Call 1-800-476-4306 to secure your bottle today. That's 1-800-476-4306, or visit simquell.com. That's simquell.com.
Had enough bland monotony in your diet? Break out of your gastronomic rut and experience the thrilling tastes of Indian food. Indian cuisine is not only delicious and a little adventuresome, it's also very healthful. All kinds of vegetable entrees that will delight your senses, plus an array of chicken, lamb, seafood entrees, and other specialties. Open for lunch and dinner 7 days a week. Break out of the rut and try it today. Evergreen Indian Cuisine, on 3rd across from Grace Wins Music in downtown Corvallis, and in Eugene on Franklin Boulevard.
Your voice of reason in the West is Hugh Hewitt, weekday afternoons at 3 on Smart Talk 1580.
And welcome back to Real Estate Talk. I'm Dave Pautsch of RE/MAX Integrity. We're going to finish with the market update. We've been talking about kind of market statistics throughout the show today, but we'll get into our normal numbers here. We'll begin in Corvallis, where inventory is up 2 from the previous report. Today, 106 active listings. The average asking price, $360,028. 106, notice that's the same number, homes have sold in the past 90 days. That is down 1 from the last update. Currently 2.97 months of inventory. The median sold price in Corvallis for the past 90 days is down today at $237,950, averaging $156.70 per square foot. Homes spend an average of 107 days on the market. In Lebanon, 66 homes are available for sale. That is up 5 from last week. The median asking price, however, is down today at $149,900. Over the past 90 days, 45 homes have sold. That's up 1. And the median sold price also up today at $123,500. At $88.83 per square foot, homes are spending an average of 158 days on the market. There is 4.4 months of inventory available. Finally, in Albany, inventory is down with 209 active listings. The average asking price, however, is up at $194,056. 142 homes have sold in the last 3 months. That's down 5. The median sales price also down today at $163,860. On average, these homes spend 139 days on the market from listing to close, and the average dollar per square foot value is up at $104.18. There is today 4.42 months of inventory available, and that's the market update for what I believe is the 26th day of January 2013. I cannot believe January has just about slipped away from us and we're into February. If you are thinking of selling your home, again, there's lots of opportunities out there, lots of good information. Talk to your real estate professional. But if you're thinking about starting the buying the process to buy a home, Willamette Neighborhood Housing Services does a tremendous job with their home buyer education programs. They get you educated, they get you smart, they get you prepared. It's an important resource in today's market to help you make good decisions. If you are starting the home buying process, contact Willamette Neighborhood Housing Services, www.w-nhs.org. Take the class. And if you are a listener of KGAL and you want to take that class and you're not working with another agent, that's the only thing I ask, sign up. Take the class. Email me at realestatetalk@kgal.com. Let me know the date, and I'll pay that course fee, that $45 tuition, for you. It is that important, I think, and it's that good a thing to do. Couple of quick public service announcements. The Greater Albany Rotary Club Crab Fest is coming up. That is next Saturday, a week from today, at the Calapooya Brewing Company. Tickets are $40. You can get them from any Rotarian. It is an awesome event. It is a great opportunity to help the Greater Albany Rotary Club raise some money for local and as well as international projects to support our club. Tickets are $40. You get a healthy portion of crab, potatoes, soft drinks, cookies, live music, raffles going on all day. It's a great event. See any Rotarian for tickets. I'm Dave Pautsch of RE/MAX Integrity. This is Real Estate Talk, and we are here every Saturday morning talking about real estate issues that hopefully are important to you. If you have a question, email me at realestatetalk@kgal.com or go to the Facebook fan page. That is facebook.com/Real Estate Talk on KGAL. Again, I'm Dave Pautsch of RE/MAX Integrity. This is Real Estate Talk on 1580 KGAL, Lebanon, Albany, and Corvallis.
Serving the Mid-Valley for over 50 years. You're listening to News Talk 1580 KGAL, Lebanon, Albany, Corvallis.